Hello, everyone, and good afternoon. Today is Monday, April 28th, 2025, at 13:35, and we are going to take a look at the Day 2 outlook for tomorrow. I am currently filling in for Johnny Thunder, EAS, and Weather, as he is currently at school and cannot do the Day 2 outlook. So I will be filling in for him, so hopefully he'll be able to share this video with you guys who follow him once he gets home later this evening. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get to the Day 2 outlook for tomorrow. So tomorrow we have a enhanced risk down here in Texas, and just a little bit of Oklahoma here. And then tomorrow, we also have another enhanced risk for parts of Ohio, Pennsylvania, and going up into New York State. So that's what we've got going on for tomorrow. We have a slight risk that happens tomorrow that goes from Texas through Oklahoma, a little bit of Arkansas, Missouri, a little bit of Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, through West Virginia, a little bit of Maryland, as you can see there, Western Maryland, through up into Pennsylvania, even going up into Michigan and New York State as well, having the slight risk. And we have the marginal that goes from Texas over into Oklahoma, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, New York State, going up into Vermont. We have the other side going from Michigan through Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, and back into Texas, and just a little bit of New Mexico having that as well. We do have pretty good severe weather day tomorrow, so let's see what we've got for tomorrow. See what cities are impacted for tomorrow. We have Columbus, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Rochester, and Akron under enhanced. Detroit, Indianapolis, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, and Toledo under a slight. And Fort Worth, Nashville, St. Louis, Grand Rapids, and Little Rock under a marginal. So let's go ahead and deep dive and see what we've got for tomorrow's risks. Tomorrow we have a 5% risk of tornadoes that covers parts of Texas and Oklahoma, and a 2% that is for parts of Texas going into Oklahoma, into Missouri and Arkansas. We have this 2% up here that extends from Ohio through Pennsylvania and into New York State. So, we do have Wichita Falls, Lawton, Big Spring, Sweetwater, and Burke-Burnett under the 5%, and Columbus, Oklahoma City, Cleveland, Tulsa, and Pittsburgh under the 2%. So for the 5% area, you could see a tornado of maybe an EF1, maybe an EF2 if it does become strong enough. But for the 2%, we could see just a brief EF0, maybe EF1 tornado possible in the 2% areas. So let's go ahead and go to the wind outlook for tomorrow. Oh, wow. Tomorrow we have a 15% hatched here for parts of Texas and Oklahoma. We have the regular 15% going from Texas through Oklahoma, through Arkansas, Missouri, a little bit of Tennessee, Kentucky, and, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, parts of Pennsylvania, New York State, and going over into Michigan. Oh, wow, we even have a 30% here wind risk here for parts of Ohio, Pennsylvania, a little bit of West Virginia, as I actually can see that. And New York State having that part of the 30% wind risk here. Going to the 5%, we do have parts of Texas going into Oklahoma, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, New York State, going into Vermont, over into Michigan, Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, a little bit of Kansas, back into Oklahoma and Texas, and just a little bit of New Mexico as well, having the 5%. So we do have the area under the wind outlook. Let's see what cities we've got for tomorrow under the wind. We have Abilene, Wichita Falls, Midland, Big Spring, and Duncan under the significant severe. We have Columbus, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Rochester, and Akron under the 30%. Detroit, Indianapolis, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, and Toledo under the 15%. And Fort Worth, Nashville, St. Louis, Lubbock, and Grand Rapids under the 5%. So we do have that potential for tomorrow. So for the 15%, actually we'll go to the 30% first. 30%, we could see a good 60 to 80 mile per hour wind gusts possible. Maybe even 85 mile per hour wind gusts possible. Uh-oh. That part affects parts of my state, so I actually do hope that that doesn't really happen all that often. But we do have the 15% hatch. That could be 60 to 80 mile per hour wind gusts. And then we do also have the 15%, regular 15%, that could be 60 to 75. Whoa, and there goes the reset. Regular 15% could see 60 to 75 mile per hour wind gusts. And the 5% could see 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts. So please be mindful that this is a possibility tomorrow. Going into the hail risk for tomorrow, we have it more significant here. We have more significant hail risk, 30% hatch for parts of Texas and just a teeny bit of Oklahoma. We have a 15% hatch that goes from Texas through Oklahoma into just a little bit of Arkansas, a little bit, and into Missouri. And looks like that's it. We have a 15% normal that goes from Arkansas and Missouri down into Oklahoma. And we do have the 15% going from Ohio through Pennsylvania into New York State. We also have the 5% hail risk going from Texas through Oklahoma, through Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, New York State, and just a little bit of Vermont. And maybe I skipped Maryland. Maybe just a teeny bit of Maryland is under, but not really. Michigan and through Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, and a little bit of New Mexico has that 5% risk. So we do have some risks to look at for tomorrow. So we have Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Abilene, Norman, and Wichita Falls under the significant severe. We have Wichita Falls, Midland, Big Spring, Burke-Burnett, and Snyder under the 30% hatched. We have Columbus, Oklahoma City, Cleveland, Tulsa, and Buffalo under the 15%. And Detroit, Indianapolis, St. Louis, Pittsburgh, and Toledo under the 5%. So if you are in the 30% hatched, you could see a good hail size of 4 inches possible. I'm going to predict 4 inches for that. 15% hatched, you could see 1 to 3.5 inch hail for that in the 15% hatched area. 15% you could see 1 to 3 inch hail. In 5% you could see 1 to 2 inch hail. So please be mindful that it could be a possibility for tomorrow. Going on to the summary for tomorrow here. Summary says, scattered severe thunderstorms are possible within a broad swath from the lower Great Lakes to the southern high plains, mainly during the afternoon to early evening on Tuesday. More portable corridors of greater threat are apparent over the upper Ohio Valley, lower Great Lakes, and in parts of West Texas into southwest Oklahoma. So there you have it. There is the day 2 outlook for tomorrow. There's tomorrow's hail risk. There's tomorrow's wind risk. There's tomorrow's tornado risk. And there's tomorrow's day 2 outlook. So I do really hope that you stay weather aware and stay safe. I definitely would take today to prepare for the severe weather coming up tomorrow. And I hope we will, for my viewers, we will be reviewing this day 1 outlook again tomorrow. I'm sure Johnny Thunder, EAS, and Weather will do the same thing tomorrow morning. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and stay safe tomorrow, and take today to prepare. Anyway, that's all I've got. I will see you tomorrow. Take care.